Good day, podcast community. I'm Pete Kane, alias Podcast Pete. Why should you stay tuned for the rest of this podcast? Well, unless you've been under a rock, you've heard AI. So we're going to show you, and I'm going to give you 3 tips that I think will make you a better entrepreneur, business person in whatever you do in life. So the first thing is you've got to try it for yourself. You can't hear sound bites from different people. I'm hearing things because I talk to people every single day. I'm hearing things like, it's going to eliminate, it's going to be the end of the world. It's going to stop people from working. You hear all kinds of misinformation. Do your own homework on anything. Do your own homework and try it out in your business. Go to the most common one, ChatGPT, put it on your phone, and start experiencing how you would use it in your business. I'll give you a little story. My partner, Jeff Bourgeois, who is a master at this topic, a master. And we're going to give you a free offer here at the end of the webinar. But I wanted to, he kept saying, Peter, using AI. I said, no, I'm too busy. I'm doing podcasts. He said, just start playing with it. Well, a month went by, and then I did. There came a point where I had it on my phone, and I just said, okay, AI, give me a 12-week course with this, and this. And I even said, please, because he said, ask it, say please. So I did. And in 20 seconds or less, the most amazing results I've ever seen. I about fell out of my chair. The first kind of in your face speed is what happened. I then took it, put a little final touches on it, and I went, dang, this would have taken me weeks, if not months, maybe even years to do this, because that's not my forte. But I was able to use a tool, give it the command. Now, I lay out that framework, then I start talking to those points because it's all about value. And if you're addressing the pain and you have the solution to your clients or prospects issues, you're going to do quite well. But if you can go from weeks of putting something together to minutes, seconds, I've heard this over and over and over as I have challenged my clients, the people in my community, to start playing with it. It doesn't matter what you hear until you experience it, because it comes to life once you experience something and you can see, well, before I used to take me weeks to do this. Now I did it in 20 seconds. So let's think about this. If it used to take you weeks and you did it in 20 seconds, what will that do to your business? How will it make the speed of creating content, and that's what it is it's implementing speed, business speed to your day? Well, you're going to buy back time. You're going to buy back lots of time. Jeff sent me a book, Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. And that's one of the best books I've read besides 24 Assets and Entrepreneur Revolution, Overprescribed, and Score Marketing. A phenomenal book. So it speaks about buying back time because everybody is dealt the same 24 hours. Elon doesn't get 29. You don't get less. Everybody gets the same. It's a level playing field when it comes to time. So if you can manage your time wiser, buy back your time to level up in your ability to create value and systems and automation and creativity because you've saved 10 hours of time a week. It's not that you go and just do nothing with that time. You just use higher leverage activities that'll bring you better return. Because Daniel Priestley mentioned this, and I know it's a little bit off of AI, but so important that when I get a book, I immediately go to AI and I get a summary. I'll say, what are the 5 points or whatever it is, 10 points, 6 points, 8 points? What are the main points in this book that I need to be aware of? And you can give it all the commands you want. Then all of a sudden, spits it out in seconds. Now my brain is dialed in to this outcome. So when I listen to a book on tape, when I read a book, I'm comprehending, I'm retaining so much more. And it started with an AI summary. So now single source solutions, which I was listening to a podcast where he was I think the president of Google in China. Now he has a couple different AI models and different apps and different things he's doing from phenomenal work. I think it's Dr. Peter, I'm going to butcher his name, but everybody knows this guy. He's doing some great things out there. It's not, doing great things. He is quite a valuable resource out there. So he said he remembered Larry Page talking about Google back 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that, that he envisioned Google getting to a single source solution. And if you know now, if you search Google, you get all the ads, you get all the different stuff with it. You got to go through the blogs, you got to go through the videos. You don't get a single source solution. And when you hear that, what does that do to save you time? Lots of time. Because Google has built their model after putting advertising around the search term. Now, it's not going to be easy to move off of that model. It's kind of like, let me think. It's kind of like Blockbuster. Their model was brick and mortar. They had all these stores and they had physical CDs. It would have been better if they bought Netflix, which they had an opportunity to do, and totally had a shift outside of their brick and mortar, but had it with the future being, of course, streaming. It's always good to look back and see the mistakes that companies make, but they made a mistake. Now they're out of business. For you, a mistake could be discounting the effects of AI on your business, discounting how quickly it could help you move with speed. Because we're even I was talking to a friend about the football playoffs. And we talked about the transfer portal, how that has completely changed college football. Because if you were a third string 5-star and you're on, say, Alabama or Ohio State or Oregon, and you didn't see a path to be able to leverage your talent and experience, because college, you got 5 years and then that's it. Then you put yourself in the portal and you find an opportunity. So no more are the big universities allowed to stockpile layers and layers of talent. Now, if you're third string and you don't see a path, you're in the transfer portal, which speeds up the game because now it's more who can take advantage of those opportunities. And I remember Dabo, a phenomenal coach, he's been slow to adapt the transfer portal because he wants to develop culture, and culture is very, very important. But you also have to see what's happening in the sport to be competitive. So if you're a business and you want to grow by 10x, then if you don't embrace and understand how to use AI, you won't grow by 10x because the other people, your competitors, will, and they'll blow by you like you're standing still. So when you look at this topic, this is one of our 10 steps to our ecosystem to scaling and growing by 10x. It's number 9. Jeff Bourgeois, which I'm going to put up on the screen, has a mini course. This will enable you to test it out, see for yourself, get it, play with it, learn it, understand it. So you can, when this transformation happens, and it's already starting to happen, because limited AI has been in for 10 years. Now we're going deeper and we're going more towards you and I being able to take advantage of this because it's been in Amazon, it's been in Netflix, it's been in other models that use it. But now you and I, business owners, entrepreneurs, we have an option of trying it. We have an option of leveraging it. We can do it, but here's the challenge. If you're too busy, and we've talked about it before, be on the busy bus versus the purpose plane. If you're so busy and it's clouded and you have distractions and you miss this transition from the last part of the industrial revolution to the technology revolution, you're going to be kicking yourself the rest of your life. Because what we're going to see in the next year is going to be pale compared to any change you've ever seen in your lifetime. So you can either wonder what happened, or you can be a part of this transfer of change in business that's going to rock everything. I had a landlord after we sold our house way back, I don't know how many years ago. We moved in because we didn't know where we were going to live. So we went up till town center area and lived in some apartments. I mean, not apartments, townhouses. So my landlord, I don't even remember his name. I think it's Bob. This was back when crypto, Bitcoin was, I don't know, 4,000, 3,000, maybe even 2,000. And we were talking and just having a conversation. I was not knowing what it was. I was just asking him a lot of questions, like what, just different things. And he said, it's trusting currency, and there's going to be early adopters in everything. He was betting that this was going to be the currency of the future. So he was buying a percentage on a regular basis with the idea, if this is indeed what he thinks it's going to be, and because he was a landlord entrepreneur that had the time to dig into certain things, he did enough of his homework to see that this was an opportunity, and he was taking action on it. Now, it's been like this, and that's the way with anything when it's early, and it's going to be up and down because people aren't sure what's going on. But I don't think anybody today, because Bitcoin's, I think, 100,000 and something, it's way up there. So if he kept buying like he told me he was going to do, he's not worrying about money now because he'll be doing quite well. So I tell you that to tell you this: do your homework. get Jeff's course. Get it. I've known Jeff for 7, 8 years. He's a brilliant person. He's focused on AI for the last tensely 8 to 10 months, building an AI agency, being able to have models, calls it the Catalyst Crew. But you can get in there, get a free course, do your homework, learn about it, see how it works with your business, how you can experience it, because it's really just like crypto. The first time you're buying one, you're scared. Am I doing it right? Am I doing the right portal? And so you're not sure, but you do it. You go, that wasn't that hard. And then you, get familiar with the system. Then you put a plan together, a strategy that you're going to put 5%, 10% of your, money, in crypto. Then you just put it, set it, let it, forget it. So Warren Buffett does. He doesn't day trade, go back and forth, trying to anticipate the market. I know so many people have done it. That wouldn't be I know you can make money. I'm not saying you can't make money, but be doing your homework and having a strategy that's not based on reacting every day. You got to be on pins and needles, because you're wondering whether you can buy and trade and fool the market, and you're just a day trader. I mean, not just a day trader, but you're not like the big firms that have all kinds of resources, but you think you're going to make a difference, and you might get your ears pinned back too. So if you have a legitimate strategy like we do here, let me give you our master course, because I want you to succeed. And let me see if I can. Okay, where is that? I know I got it here. Oh, okay. I take my assessment, go to pkane.me. I'm looking for the master class, and I think I got it here. I moved some things around. No, I didn't. Master class, where are you? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Almost. Dang. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Masterclass. There it is. Take it at pkane.me/masterclass. You notice you're on the 80/20 podcast. If you implement AI, I want you to take 80/20 times 80/20, take the 20%, then take the 80% of the 20, then do it another, and then another, and then another. So you're almost squaring it each time. So that's the speed. That's just an example. I don't know. I just made that up. What I'm saying is you're really focusing on, because 80/20, if you understand the concept, 20% of your revenue comes from 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers. And you could say the same thing. 20% of your services produce 80% of your revenue. You use AI effectively. You get our masterclass, learn about our ecosystem. You take action now. Get your answers done. Get all the questions you have, but do your homework, and then move, because speed is going to be everything. So make sure on this you take action. Get Jeff's free course, and that is, there we go. That is Jeff's course, and you can search him online. Go on LinkedIn and see some of the communication that you can have with him. That's his primary platform. So that's where you're going to find him. So search his name, Bourgeois, and pkane.me/AI, since we're partners. We're partners in another thing I wanted to bring up. It's called magazine. We're going to do 200 magazines next year. Now, these magazines are assets. These magazines are building community. These magazines are going to be groups of small community. It can be a shopping center. It can be a city. But if you think you want to be a leader in changing the world and changing your business first, then go on to pkane.me/magazine. Click on the city you want. We have a few up there. Once we sell out a city, we print a magazine. Then we start coaching you strategically on how to use it. That's once a week for 12 weeks. So you get strategery along with community, along with building digital assets. And it's a printed from Amazon. If you're not sure, you can go right to this pkane.me/magazine. You can see Kennesaw Happenings. You can find it on Amazon. Order a copy, and you can kind of see the stories we have in there. And we're just getting started. So if you'd like to be on the cutting edge of explosive growth, get with pkane.me. You can check it out on magazine. Definitely take the course. Take the course at pkane.me/AI. Thank you so much. If you think this is something that you know, one of your friends or people you know want to grow, they're not sure about what this AI thing's going to do to impact their business, share this with them. Let them take the course. Let them do their due diligence. Let them experience personally what it does so you can be on the cutting edge of a solution to grow by 10x and scale your business. So we want you to be bold, make an impact, and have fun. Be bold,